What's up, y'all? I know a lot of y'all are wondering why I removed my videos or unlisted them, and I just want to briefly talk about that. I'm not gonna make this a super long video. I also want to let y'all know I'm good. Like, I'm super good. Life has been great. There's a lot of great things that's happening, and if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see it. But really, like being on YouTube and things of that nature, not really something that I'm too invested in doing anymore, and I'm gonna explain why, right? So this is an example of what I don't like, right? So I'm not posting videos on YouTube for like a good 2-3 weeks, maybe 4, right? And you guys are commenting, hey, where are you at? I miss your videos. And I could tell people who are genuinely concerned, and then there's people that are selfishly concerned because they just want something to watch so that they can feel better about their life and shit like that. I understand both perspectives, but I do not resonate with the people who are selfishly concerned because there's a particular individual who harassed me on the internet, right? Right? So I posted a picture the other day. Let me go back a little bit, right? So people are going as far as to go to my Instagram and hit me up and send me a DM like, yo, where's the YouTube uploads, man? We missed them, right? And again, I understand that. I can get it. Thank you. I appreciate the concern, right? But there's this one guy, right? He's like, bro, where's the YouTube videos? We miss them, man. They're so good, man. Send me a link or something. I don't respond to it. I look at the message, right? Because it's like, bro, I don't, if I'm not posting, just let me not post. Don't ride my ass about it. There's a reason why I don't post, and I'm explaining now, right? So I post a picture after, right? And the same dude comments on my picture, and he's like, bro, it looked like you could bite through a fence with that mouth. I'm like, you see what the fuck I be talking about? Right? And mind you, I'm cool with the way my appearance, I'm not like, that's besides the point. But it's just like, these are the type of people I attract with the content that I make, right? Unfortunately. You have people who think that they're entitled to the content that I post. And because I'm not posting content, he's like, let me insult him so that I can get his attention and then he can make content, right? This is not the reason why I'm making this video, by the way. It's not to give that guy validation. It's not, right? I'm simply using that as an example to show you why it is that I've stepped away from the internet in general, as far as like making content on YouTube, right? I don't know what it is, but it seems like every day, the world, especially on the internet, lacks compassion, right? And I'm a person, I believe that I have a lot of empathy. I feel for people, and that's why I'm very careful with my words, to a fault, right? It can be so bad to the point where I'll sacrifice myself in order to see somebody else win, right? It's just how I'm wired, right? And I'm learning to unlearn that. But with that being said, when I post a video about certain things that I'm passionate about, for example, the whole video of where I don't eat meat no more, a lot of people took offense to that, as if I was trying to persuade them to stop eating meat. When I started the video off by saying, hello guys, I am not a dietitian or nutritionist. I don't care if you eat meat. I have friends who eat meat right in front of me all the time. I don't give a shit. It doesn't concern me. Like, I don't care. I'm literally just explaining my experience of why me, stop eating meat, right? And why I think it's the best decision for me. I don't care about what you do, right? People ask me to make the video because they want to see my point of view, right? And then I look at the comment sections because that's how I want to engage with the community, because the goal is to create a community, right? Because if there's no community, there's no 100,000 subscribers. You know what I'm saying? There's no fan base. There's no support, right? So I'm looking at the comment section. It's a bunch of bullshit, right? There's positive stuff too, but it's just like, bro, on a video where I'm just talking about my experience as a vegetarian, vegan, whatever you want to call it, why is there negative comments and people coming at my face? Like, I said something that was crazy. They're like, oh, you're stupid. You don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, bro, I'm cool with disagreements, but there's a respectful way to go about it. And it's like the more and more I was posting on the internet, it's the more and more upset and like, let me not say upset because that's too strong of a word. I'll get irritated for like a slight second when I would see some of these comments, because it's like, bro, y'all are misunderstanding what I'm saying here. And y'all, like, as if I'm trying to convince you guys to do something. These are simply just videos for me to talk. This is just a venting page, an open video diary. And I just press upload. I don't give it too much thought. Hence why I don't do thumbnails. The most work I'll do is title it a certain way, right? For the clickbait. So, because YouTube, that's just how it is. If you don't clickbait, you're not going to get views. I've explained that 1,000 times. You have to clickbait. That's just the shit that you have to do, right? But time and time again, I'm posting these videos. People are coming out their face and saying the wildest shit. And me being self-aware, I'm very self-aware. People tell me that all the time, right? And I know that I'm self-aware. I know that I like to go to the comment sections after I upload a video and see what's happening, because I like to see the conversations, right? Sometimes I reply back. Sometimes I don't, right? I'm like, okay, let me try a different approach. Let me try to not just press upload and just get off the internet, right? That doesn't work for me, because now I don't know. I get ideas from the comment section like, oh, that's a fire idea I should make a video on, right? Because it'll like get my gears going, right? So at some point in time, I have to look at it, you know? But it's like, I don't know. Even probably under this video, people are going to say what they're going to say. They're going to say something. So there's going to be at least one or two people that say something, right? They're going to be like, oh, you're too soft for the internet, this, that, and the third. And I'm like, I don't think I'm soft per se. I just don't, if I don't like something and it fucks with my mental health, I'm not going to continue to do it, especially if it's not something, if it's something that I'm just doing just cause. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not, the only thing that I get like out of it that for me, at the time when I did start the idea, was I had a space to kind of unload, right? And then there were people that are attentive and looking at it, and then they would resonate with some of the things I was saying, and I'll be like, okay, people are hearing me. So it made me feel like I was being like people understood. You know what I'm saying? It's like talking to a friend. That's how I kind of frame these videos. And a lot of you guys say that too. It's like, oh, I watched this video, I walk to the kitchen, I do my chores, and it's like I'm in the room with you having a conversation, right? That's kind of the vibe of the situation right now, right? These videos, right? But the moment that people just kept like ruining it for everybody is the moment I had to step back, because I would wake up, I'll check my phone to see how the new video's doing. It would be a 3 out of 10. I see some of the comments. All it takes is one. All it takes is one, and I know that about myself. It takes one, I'm like, all right, I'm done for the day. Like, it just takes one. You know what I'm saying? And there's always gonna be one. There's always gonna be one. All right? And it's just it's just a toxic cycle, you know, of like people just being nasty on the internet, bro. And it's like, it's like, where is the compassion? If we're talking about sensitive topics like this, like the way that I talk about it, and I'm talking about my experiences, like, why do people feel the need to like make this shit even worse? It's like, I know half of y'all wouldn't say half the shit y'all say on the internet in real life, so why do that? But it's like, me thinking like that is the reason, like, hey, you know what, it's probably best for me to kind of step away, because I have this expectation that my audience will be better people. And I'm not talking about all of y'all, right? I'm talking about people that, for example, the person I was talking about that went on my Instagram, there's a lot of those on this channel, right? Because just the pill community, the black pill, red pill, some reason they come here and they congregate and make shit worse, right? And it's like, I could resonate with some of the ideologies that they share because I agree with some of it. But it's like the community is terrible. The community that it fosters is literally like crabs in a bucket. And it's so unfortunate. So in order to protect my peace and for me to keep living life as happy as I can or progressively as I can, because you can't always be happy, right? I need to get off the internet for a minute, right? And then here's another thing, right? Say, for example, I'm in an interview, tech interview, whatever, right, for a job, right? I have 100,000 subscribers, right? There's a chance that somebody can see my video. And even though I don't say anything questionable on here, I don't want anybody misconstruing the same way some of these people misconstrue what I say to block my opportunity from getting that job. You know? So I started thinking about that's like probably 3% of the concern. So it doesn't let me fall asleep. Like I lose sleep over that, right? It's really the comments that's like really like I don't know, bro. I really be trying hard to not pay attention to it, but it's like I know me. I'm eventually gonna go in the comment sections one day when I'm bored, not doing nothing. I'm on the train or I'm in an Uber. I'm gonna look through. This is just something to do. It's impossible to avoid it altogether, right? And it's like, if that's just gonna keep being the case, the best thing for me to do, because every time I see some bullshit, it literally rubs me the wrong way. I be feeling like I'm ready to look for somebody's IP address, get the gat, and this shit. Like literally, I be that heated. You know what I'm saying? That's just me being transparent, because some of y'all are insane in the mind, like real life, like insane in the mind. You guys are so fucked in your life. You rather be a shithead to somebody else for no reason at all, for someone simply sharing their opinions, than improve your lives because you're so miserable, right? It's the craziest thing. I don't know why people do it. It's mind-boggling to me, right? And it'd be the people with no profile picture, no videos, nothing, just saying the most shit. And I'm just like, I ain't gonna lie, if this is the kind of community I'm fostering, I don't want no parts. I don't want no parts. There's some cool people in the community, you know what I'm saying? They know who they are. And I saw your comments, Brody. They make content as well. You know what I'm saying? Cool people. But some of y'all, I don't know what hole y'all came from, but y'all need to crawl back in, and somebody need to fucking cut the roof off and let the rocks crumble in front of the entrance. Cause y'all something else. Like y'all literally gotta have crawled from hell or something. I don't know if there is one. You know what I'm saying? I remember I made a video about my religious beliefs. That got misconstrued. They're like, you're going to hell. That's why you're experiencing the stuff, the troubles that you have in life. Mind you, I'm just talking about my experiences. And then people are like, oh, you can't feel that way about this, that, because of your experiences. What else do I have to go off of? I have to go off of my experiences, because my experiences is what's telling me why I ended up in the position that I'm in now. My past is my present. The decisions the things, not even the decisions, because some of the things I didn't even want to happen. It's not my fault that it happened, right? Some of the things that happened in my life, it's not my fault, right? But it is a byproduct of who I am now. My past experiences is what makes me who I am now, right? What you do today will affect you tomorrow, will shape you tomorrow, right? Or what happens today will shape what happens tomorrow, like your outcome for tomorrow, right? I genuinely do like making these videos whenever I do get on here and talk, but I do not like the part where I try to interact with the community and as I'm trying to be a positive person, give you guys some insight on certain things, talk about my experience with certain things, with life, just updating you with, because I would overshare, honestly. I would come in here, overshare, talk about a whole bunch of shit, and it's like, y'all take that information and flip that motherfucker. So I'm like, they not even appreciate me. Not all of y'all, again, not all of y'all. They're not even appreciating the fact that I'm over here venting to y'all when I don't have to. Right? I could just keep it to myself, keep it amongst my close peoples. You know what I'm saying? But I'm coming on here because I'm like, yo, I'm banging with my community. I could foster something here. And then you got these dumbasses that come on the internet and say this, that, and the third. And again, I know there's gonna be people in the comment section that say what they say. Oh man, this nigga soft. This, that, and the third. It's like, bro, it's not about being soft. It's about being a human being, right? If you wouldn't say something to somebody in their face in real life, do not say it on the internet, bro. I can't express that enough, bro. Life is already hard as it is. Don't make it harder for somebody else, bro. Right? If I was on some hacker energy and I knew how to do all this crazy IP stuff and I was just one of them ones, it could have been bad for a few people. But I'm not that person. But there are people like that that exist. Like if you say something crazy to somebody on the internet, they will literally find you, come to you, and violate. That's what I'm saying. Y'all gotta chill out, bro. Some of y'all keyboard warriors is crazy, bro. You know what I'm saying? But also, I've just been paying more attention to what I want to do in my life. And being on social media is not one of them. At least, let me not say being on social media is not one of them. Making content is not one of them. Like, it's not my main goal anymore. And I've expressed that time and time again. And I also, I value my privacy as well. A lot of the things that a lot of the people on the internet think they know me, but y'all don't know me, right? Y'all only know the things I tell y'all, right? And that's not to say that I don't even know what I was trying to say, but yeah, a lot of I see comments that people be like, "Oh, he probably got off because of this, probably because of that," and it's like, bro, just if somebody is taking a step back, just allow them to breathe, man. Don't get to doing all that, you know? Just let them breathe. Like, if you do that, people will come back a lot faster. From my experience. If you just let the person breathe, give them the space. If they don't upload, let them rock. You know what I'm saying? See people, oh man, it's so annoying that he uploads private. It's so annoying. But it's like, the same people that's saying it's annoying is the reason why it's down. The reason why it's privated. Because y'all don't know how to be like, y'all don't know how to disagree and state your side of a specific claim without being disrespectful about it. Like, I'm cool with a disagreement. I don't care. People disagree with me all the time. But it be the way y'all talk about it. Like, the problem with the internet, and just people in general now, right? People want to be real and so blunt so bad, but they forget about the delivery. So when they get chin checked, people are shocked, like, why'd you hit me? Bro, the delivery was terrible. Not saying the person that's receiving the news should rock you, but it's like, again, why would you say that? You know, like it's just some things you just don't say, or you just gotta think about it first, and then say it, right? If you don't think it's wise to say it, don't say it, right? But yeah, I don't want to make this a long, dragged out video. This video may not even stay up for too long. Whoever watches this video, I appreciate y'all. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lame ass nigga in the comments that say some stupid shit. I'm 100% sure of that. I have the data. Somebody's going to take this and be like, oh yeah, this ain't meant for you. When I already specified that this is not something I want to do. anymore. I've already specified that way before I dropped this video, months ago, right? But other than that, I am great. If you guys follow my Instagram, you'll see that I am phenomenal, right? I'm having a blast, right? Life is great. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Hope you guys are enjoying life, doing what you need to do, keeping it P, or however y'all say it. And yeah, that's the video. And I just have to roll the camera on one more time to say one more thing, right? I do not like when other men say stuff like, "Oh, you got to stay away from men that complain all the time on the internet or in person." Da 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 da. I'm just like, bro. Men should have a space to vent, right? Because that's all it really is. They just venting, bro. They need a place to vent. Why don't we ask the better question, like, what's happening? Why are you venting like this? Like, let's reassure our friend and be like, okay, now if they're venting about something that they can change and you're giving them advice and they are just doing, they're not putting action towards changing their life, I can understand that. But there's a lot of people that complain about situations that sometimes it's not their fault. They didn't ask for it, right? And they just genuinely be complaining about it because it's like they wish they could do something about it, but they can't. So they come on the internet, especially a lot of people that's in the pill community. They come on the internet and they complain about it because it's like that's their way of getting it out without crashing out on the world. Would you rather that or making them crash out on the world, hitting the ooh button, the ooh eye button, or would you rather them vent on the internet, right? I would rather them vent on the internet. If they didn't vent on the internet, half y'all wouldn't even know about the pill community. Y'all wouldn't even know about it. And it's like, damn, they got people that feel like the way that I feel. Damn. It's like if you don't resonate with it and it annoys you, look, let me come to the camera, bro. You do not have to watch the video. And it be bothering me because it's like, bro, you don't have to watch this video. If you don't like what I'm saying, you don't have to comment, bro. Get on with your life, bro. I don't understand. People act like you're being pinned to the wall, to the cracks of the wall, and like, yo, you got to watch this video. Bro, you can literally unsubscribe, dislike the video, do whatever you got to do, and leave. You don't have to. You're not being forced to watch this video. Right? So when people get on the comment sections and they say what they say and they be rude about it, it's like, bro, you don't have to watch my shit. If you really don't like what I'm saying, don't comment, leave. And then they show up in every video, right? But it's like, I understand, like, if you linking up with your friends and, you know what I'm saying, you're the dummy downer of the group, right? Because you probably have people that don't resonate with your situation, or it's just like, or you just, again, you could be the other example where people are giving you advice and you're doing the exact opposite, and then you keep complaining about it, but you can obviously change it, but you're just not willing to, or whatever it is, you're just hitting that hamster wheel. Then I can understand it. But if it's something you can't change, I can understand why somebody would complain about it, because it's like, bro, it's affecting them in such a way. You know what I'm saying? That they need to get it out, right? It needs to come out, right? But we're men. We're not supposed to feel any type of emotions. That's what we're told. That's what's taught to us. That's what the world does to us, right? So when I come on here and I say how I really be feeling, I get all types of, you know what I'm saying, comments. Because I'm saying a lot of things that a lot of people want to voice out loud as a man, right? If you met me in real life, I am like the complete opposite of how I am on the internet. I'm still like truthful and transparent, and I'm going to speak my mind passionately, but I am very upbeat. If you follow my Instagram, literally, you will see like live how I am. I am very upbeat. I be chilling. I literally get on this YouTube and just offload. I get out, right? I even come to y'all with some good news sometimes, right? But for the most part, I really be just on here venting and be like, yo, this happened the other day, that happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just be giving y'all live feedback of what be going on throughout my days. You know what I'm saying? And with that sensitive information, because that's sensitive information, right, to me, I'm like, okay, let's see how the people respond to it, right? And I always add a disclaimer. I'm like, yo, folks, I'm not trying to convince nobody. I'm not trying to do. If you believe in God, great. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to, you know what I'm saying, convince anybody to not believe in God. You know, I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could be friends with somebody that does believe in God. I don't give a fuck. I don't care, right? As long as you are a decent human being, you could be a vegetarian, you could eat insects, I don't care. Just don't bring that dish don't bring it in front of me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not eating that. But you could eat insects on your own time. Great, right? Just because I don't eat meat, I'm not trying to convince you and shove it down your neck that you shouldn't eat meat. I'm going to say why I don't, and I'm going to speak passionate about me, so it may feel like I'm trying to convince you, but I never said, hey, you need to stop eating meat. I may pose a question like, okay, what is food? Like, one of the statements I had made in that video, right? I was like, would you eat it, like, if you saw a chicken right on the floor, would you kill it and eat it just like that, without the seasoning and the preparing and removing the guts like that? I said, if you wouldn't eat it like that, then you shouldn't be eating it at all. That's all I said. But I said, if you choose to eat it, that's on you, right? And people was like, oh, you stupid. You don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, I bet. If you feel that way, go eat it. That's fine, right? And then I gave another point of view. I was like, if you saw fruit coming off the tree, right, you could literally peel it and then you don't have to prepare it. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to use fire to kill the food, right, and then consume it. That's all I said. He was like, yo, you know what you're talking about. You stupid. You're not a nutritionist. Never jack that. In the beginning of the video, I literally said, I'm not trying to convince anybody of anything. These are just questions that I want to ask you guys. And then you have a respectable agreement in the comments, right? There were some good points made in the comments. Is that going to change the way that I eat? No. Right? But I can be like, oh, that's a good point. Right? Like, people were talking about, we're omnivores, we're herbivores, we're not herbivores and things of that nature, because I believe we're herbivores to a degree, right? Some people think that we're carnivores, right? It is what it is, right? But again, I literally said, not trying to convince anybody of anything. This is simply my experience. And somehow, some way, in some universe, my words got misconfused and translated back onto the YouTube comments. But anyways, I don't want to make this a long video. That's all I wanted to say. Men should be allowed to complain, aka vent, about their situations, right? When men be like, oh, they should not be complaining. Get away from people like that. There's a reason why they're complaining. There's a reason. Now, if they did it to themselves, that's different. But if they're complaining about how unfair the world is, what the fuck? Like, let them. This shit is fucked. You know what I'm saying? Some people were dealt a really bad card, and there's nothing they can do about it. So at the least that they can do is get a listening ear. You know what I'm saying? Don't fault them for that. They didn't ask to look the way that they did, experience some of the things that they experienced. You know what I'm saying? If we had a little bit more compassion, the world will look so much more different. But we lack that. So, with that being said, I'm going to end this video.